Hey, it's late. It's late. It's very, very late. Uh, I was supposed to record a few different things today, and I have to record some things tomorrow or later today. Yesterday, I was supposed to record yesterday because today it's 1:46 in the morning, and I didn't get around to doing it. So I figured I'd pop on, say hi to the late nights peoples that may or may not be filtering in. Although if no one shows up here soon, oh, because it's like I'm not gonna have anyone to talk to. Sam Davison, how goes it? There we go. We had some people filtering in. We got no one on Twitch yet, but that's all right. So we're gonna give some people some time to fill in. That'll also give me some time to let my phone charge a little bit more because it's only at about 89%. And I need to actually use my microphone today because I'm not gonna be yelling into everything. And it should pick up my natural speaking voice relatively well. Should pick up my natural speaking. That's not great. What's going on here? Should pick it up really, really well. I shouldn't have to breathe into it. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now that's a little bit odd. It's picking it up, but it's just like barely picking it up. So if I put it on my keyboard, it's gonna pick up my clicky clack. I don't want it to pick up the clicky clack. I can put it right there next to my other one. Oh, that works out so well. It's not in the camera view. Oh my god. Why did I never think of that? I could just think I could live right there. And but it is situational. When I'm over here, it'll pick it up over there versus being omnidirectional. Like if I speak here, if I put my mic here in the middle, regardless of where I point my head, it's gonna pick it up nicely. That's like it has to be. I might just have to increase the decibel point. I think 3 is a pretty good decibel point, though. Don't sweat it. Serbia is a big. Don't sweat it. Serbia is a big softie. So it kind of picks it up. Oh shit! I've been recording this whole time. Shouldn't be recording. I was gonna go to bed, but you popped on, so I couldn't go to bed yet because I wanted to say hi and hang out for a bit. Thank you. Well, gotta plug things in. We're gonna give it a recording. Why not guitar? Thank you so much for the $10 donation. How are things? It's been a while since I could last watch a stream before the new house. Also, are there any plans for a video involving the Infamous games? God, I love those games. Can I just say, if you haven't played the Infamous series, you are missing out on a couple of really good games. You truly are missing out on some good quality games there. So get a chance, go play those games. Those are really, really good. I would love to do some calls with those. I would have to replay the games. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's been a bit. So one of the things I have to do here is I don't want to. I just have certain lines to do. But I don't want to forget who I'm talking to. So what I'm going to have to do here is I'm probably going to do a line I'm gonna narrow it down to just my lines, which were way more than the original John Wick versus Chuck Norris. Like I've got Chris went in. Chris went in and redid the script because I was like, hey, this is looking a little sad. I mean, it would work, but it's still, it could be better. And I gave him some of my pointers and ideas, and he was like, okay. And then we went back in and redid it again. But I had already recorded for late night munchies sometimes. You mean for the kitties? Kitties can't have any more food for the weekend. That sounds bad. Kitties can't have any extra treats. The kitties can't have any more treats. So what I'm gonna do, what's cool about every single one of these lines, every single one of them is a cut. So I do a line, I get it how I want, and then like it's done, right? So on one screen, I'm gonna keep just my lines. On the other screen, I'm gonna have like all the lines. That way I can like quickly look at them. Kitties went on a diet. No, for you, not them. We need to spoil you occasionally. That would be lovely. Direct donations work a bit better for that. I won't see that for a month, but that still helps out. That still pays the bills, and that allows me to get my. I actually do have a treat in the freezer. Ooh, I could have one. I'll have it. I'll have it after we get done recording. Because I'd have to go and get a little bit of milk if there's still milk. If there's not milk, then I'll wait until I have milk. Howdy, Colleen. How goes it? All right. So, do you guys want to hear the full new updated script? Give it a nice cold read while we're charging the phone and stuff. Or do you want me to just dive into recording? What do you think? Yeah, I gotta treat myself too. You guys want to hear the full script? I'll play all parts. Drinking water. I was joking with my spouse the other day. There's a lot of spider webs over here. I am just now noticing that there's a spider that made its home on my monitor. And you're right there. Hey, buddy. Oh, would you look at that? You just made yourself a whole nest right there, didn't you? Ain't bothering me. Does explain why I haven't dealt with some of the flies. Can you see the spider? I don't know if it'll show it on screen. And I can't get my phone's all set up elsewhere. Right? You see that dragon? Yeah, it's not going to show up on screen. See that dragon right there? There's a flowing spider web right there, all encased. And then on the side there, you can't see it. You can. You can kind of see right here. See the little guy? You can kind of see him. He's right there. And that web seems to have attached. That might be multiple of those little guys, but like, I screwed up my camera. Oh no! All my stuff. I my little. Fix it later. For now, let's fix the camera. There we go. It's just a tiny little thing. It's just like it's not going to get giant flies, but it's probably going to get like the tiny little gnats and ants and stuff like that might be up there. You glad the shorts has? I wanted to say something, motorcycle. I wanted to say something to that. And I didn't want to say something and have somebody be like, "Oh, well, make mine," and everything like it. When we do a request stream, which we've done periodically, and we're like, "Hey, we're just going to take things and run with it," right? We don't charge for that, right? But we have other times where we're like, "Hey, if you guys want a specific thing, we do charge for that." So if I take your request and I run with it, it's because I wanted to have fun with it. You don't have to feel like it needs to be worth it. It's already worth it because I found something funny. I wanted to do it. I did it. I had fun doing it. So too long didn't read version. Don't sweat it. I had fun. It was worth it just because I had fun. Spiders when they crawl into. No. He can live over there. As long as he stays over there, I don't care. Now, praying mantis, on the other hand, that shit would have me fucking running. All right. So, did you guys say yes? You wanted me to do a dry read of the new script or no? You don't see spiders by choice. Tiny sips. It may look like I'm drinking a bunch. I'm taking super tiny sips. Yes, please. Okay. So again, this is John Wick versus Chuck Norris. Chris wanted to be more specific, so people wanted to bitch about the whole Chuck Norris thing. But it doesn't really matter. Like, this line could be cut. I don't think it needs to be. Napa goes, the Predators hired John Wick. What great news to cap off on Monday. Who's the target? And this is John. So I'm going to do this. So I'll do Napa's voice. Oh, I don't want to do Napa's voice and hurt my voice. So John, Napa, and then I'll just put it down for me. John, Napa. So Napa. The Predators hired John Wick. What great news cap off on Monday. Who's the target? Chuck Norris. Real Chuck Norris or Chuck Norris facts Chuck Norris? Oh, I'm sure it's facts Chuck Norris, John, which explains some things. I'll change how I deliver that line. Some things. It would answer so many questions. Yeah, right up to the point where everything stops existing. What? Remember when Gar and Logan, when the two drills were spinning against each other in the other universe, I'm trying to do Napa's voice while speaking John's line. And the universe shrinks down to a teeny tiny point. Yes, and then it pops back. Yeah, but if Facts Chuck and John Wick ever fought, it wouldn't pop back. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, and Levi, how does the Predators hire John Wick explain anything? So, tiny confession. Wick asked for the Chuck tracker, and you didn't. I gave it to him. Why? Because you don't say no to John Wick. It's impolite. Heavily frowned upon, even. Oh, sorry. Heavily frowned upon, even. So it's spitting on royalty, but you do it if it's what it takes to stop the unmaking of all reality. If you want to tell him no, be my guest. He's probably on his way here. I'm taking lunch. Napa leaves. John watches Napa and looks back at Levi. Why is Wick heading here? I also owed him a blood debt. For what? He helped me move, and I forgot to buy him pizza and beer. That's not a blood debt. That's $20. He helped me move to another timeline. And lastly, I may have promised him a favor. What kind of favor? Can one of you walk me out of the building, please? John Wick is playing with a giant 3-headed dog in the lobby. Oh, he's looking at me, so it'd be this way. Cerberus? Don't sweat it. Serby's a big softy. Wanted her to fly, but that wasn't the favor. What was the favor, Levi? That we would watch Serby whenever Wick's working. We hear growling. We all look to the left, which is Napa's direction. We're going to have a conversation when that dog's gone. Here, buddy, you want a cookie? Yes, you do. Here you go. Ah! John looks impassively at Napa being mauled and glares at Levi. You're big softy. He's using Napa as a chew toy. He is the perfect extra durable playmate for a 3-headed hellhound who also happens to be an aggressive chewer. Besides, how else are we supposed to socialize a dog his size? And don't suggest Clifford. Serby would destroy him. Okay, so while Nappa's being mauled, I can just route all the predator calls to you. I can't believe I'm the bad guy for trying to ensure John Wick's dog gets enrichment time. John presses the button, computer voice, predator calls routed to member solutions. Okay, that's enough, boy. Put the saying down. We hear Nappa hit the ground in the distance and softly, good boy. Oh. So we post to all of them equally. You might not be seeing them, but we do post to all of them equally. They're, well, with an exception of like some random stuff. Instagram doesn't pay us is the biggest thing. There's a lot less incentive to post on a platform that doesn't pay you anything and doesn't generate half the views that you get everywhere else. Instagram, for a comedy channel, it's kind of a hit and miss. You can count it for sponsorships and stuff when we start getting sponsorships, but outside of that, it's kind of I would die petting something cute and fuzzy. Yeah, pretty much. All right, so now that we've read that, we've got a nice dry read feel for it. This is where I'm gonna go ahead, and I don't need to have my headset. This is me effectively going to be doing paperwork. I will have my headset off around my neck as if like I just got done doing things, but this way I don't have to have it around my ears and be uncomfortable and stuff. Oh, pardon me. Apologize about that, everyone. All right. So I'm sure it's the fax version, John, which does explain some things. We'll do one more take on that. I'm sure it's the fax version. I'm sure it's a fax version, John. Yeah, Jean-Luc Picard, John. Oh, I'm sure it's a fax version, John, which explains some things actually. Then we do so Tiny Confession is the next line. Next line. So Tiny Confession. Wick asked for the Chuck tracker and I gave it to him. We'll do that line take 2. So Tiny Confession. So tiny little itty bitty confession. Wick asked for the Chuck tracker, and yeah, of course I gave it to him. Take 3. So tiny confession. Wick asked for the Chuck tracker, and yeah, I gave it to him. Like that. I think take 3 might be the best one. Because you don't say no to John Wick. Because you don't say no to John Wick. Heavily frowned upon, even. Heavily frowned upon, even. Heavily frowned upon, even. Heavily frowned upon, even. Ooh, I like that one. If you want to tell him no, be my guest. If you want to tell him no, be my guest. He's probably already on his way here. If you want to tell him no, be my guest. He might be here any minute. If you want to tell him no, be my guest. He's on his way here already. If you want to tell him no, be my guest. He's probably on his way now. And then it needs to be such a matter-of-fact line. This needs to be like 100% just deadpan. I also owed him a blood debt. Just so matter-of-fact. Because I owed him a blood debt. I also owed him a blood debt. Because I owed him a blood debt. The temperature is literally 666. I kid you not. Right now, it just barely went up a degree, but it went back down 66.6. We're talking about Cerberus here in a minute. That's funny. He asked for the Chuck Tracker. I didn't have a good reason to say no. You tell him no. I like that line. I really do. And it's very similar to the one that we originally wrote. I do like the longer video a bit more. It flows just simply better. And it's just more situational comedy that I really enjoy in it. It's very much like a sitcom style. I got to give Chris props for this one. I looked at it and I was like, I don't know where I want to go with this. And Chris was able to reach in and write something that was a mixture of like, improv-ish style comedy while doing a mixture of sitcom in there. And I really like that. He took a lot of the good things that I had in there and some of the extra notes and everything and just kind of ran with it. I really love it. Oh, pardon me. Oh, he helped me move. He helped me move, and I forgot to buy him pizza and beer. Well, he helped me move, and I kind of forgot to buy him pizza and beer. He helped me move. Keep having my voice try to go on him. He helped me move to another timeline, John. Also, I may have promised him a favor. He helped me move to another timeline, John. That's not a... He helped me move to another timeline, John. That's not pizza and beer. That's a big ask. Plus, I might have also kind of promised him a favor. Ooh, I like the way I said that. I like that one. He said he needed something loyal. He said he needed something loyal. He said he needed something loyal, unstoppable. No, he said he needed something. He said he needed something unstoppable, loyal, and most importantly, mythical. Don't know why he needed something mythical, but I wasn't going to ask him that. He said he needed something. He said he needed something unstoppable, loyal, and mythical. Don't know why the mythical, but I wasn't asking questions. Don't sweat it. Serby's a big softy. Don't sweat it. Serby's a big softy. Wouldn't hurt to fly. Besides, that wasn't the favor anyways. Ooh, I like how that does. Especially because I lean back. That we would watch Serby whenever John Wick's... That we would watch Serby when Wick's working. That we would watch Serby. That we would watch Serby whenever Wick's on a job. That we would watch Serby when Wick's on, that we would play dog sitter. That we would dog sit whenever he's on a job. That we would dog sit whenever he's on a job, which he is. There we go. I like that. Oh, yeah. Kidding. And I will go through. Don't be discouraged. I will swing back to the live. If you guys have questions, you can put them in here as soon as I'm done. Which I only have a few more lines. Huh. Well, he is the perfect. Well, he is the perfect extra durable playmate for a three-headed hellhound who also happens to be an aggressive chewer. Besides, how else are we supposed to socialize a dog his size? And don't suggest Clifford. Serby would absolutely destroy that dog. I don't know why I need to say Clifford with disdain, but I'm going with it. I can't believe you're painting me as the bad guy here for trying to ensure John Wick's dog gets some enrichment time. I can't believe I'm the bad guy for ensuring a beautiful puppy is getting enrichment time. How am I the bad guy for ensuring Serby is getting enrichment time? And then okay, that's enough, boy. Put the saying down. Fine. Okay, boy, that okay, boy, that's enough. Put the saying down. Who's a good boy? You are a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Such a good boy. You chew that saying all kinds of chew 'em, chew 'em. Yeah. Haggard, yeah, Haggard's a good one. Haggard's a good one. All right. That's all my lines. I gotta upload that to Dropbox so I can download it. So then I can fiddle with things. And I will be recording all my stitch lines and parts tomorrow. You can hear my voice trying to go out. The weather is changing, so my voice is. I'm dealing with some weather challenges. I decided to add a little bit of extra fluff in there because why not? And then what I need to do is I got to do a couple things. I got to get a video uploaded, and then I got to edit, stitch. Wait until I get out of containment. All right, let's go up here to where we're gonna go here. We're gonna use this as a thing for you, Caitlin. Spoil. Kitty's went on a diet. It goes. Can we see Levi? The short has lots of comments. Same Levi. I realized that I was at dinner tonight. Haven't had a few days. I needed to fix that. I saw the double wisdom tooth extraction. The guy from Skyrim said, "Yikes." Barely cool. Too far away to tell what species. A little too difficult, but yep, he's there. It's not similar. Oh, sorry, no worries. Had to be done. I don't see spiders by choice. Spider, when they crawl on your shoulder, then you run. Spiders aren't for anyone's cool being. Just please imagine if Alt Spider-Man had a spider phobia. There is a Spider-Man that does have a spider phobia. You do what you'd like to do. Shadowrun Mantis shamans withdrew from summons. Ooh, sounds fun. Almost yeah, I'm screen. That would be funny. Just came up with stuff I think is cool if you want to use them. Follow you guys on YouTube. I answered that one. John Wick grabs the fist that comes out of Chuck's beard. I'll die petting something cute and fuzzy. John Wick's dog, Colleen, that mean Napa want a pet Stitch? Yes, totally. He would pet Stitch. Yes, he does. Would John Wicks be friends with Falcor the Luck Dragon? It seems like a wholesome partnership. So came up with a horrible idea with Pokeball. Getting like, how are your furry gremlins? They're currently running around, letting me know that I shouldn't be awake. If not friend, why friend shapes? I used to have a pet cougar. I love your dragons. If this is a story of unstoppable force meeting an unmovable object, which would John and Chuck be? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. That's a that's a great question. See, we'll see if Chris will use that on his on a post. Chuck is your brother. John Wick, you're missing it. Yes, I am. I have a question. Does Chuck willingly wear the Chuck tracking device? No, he doesn't know he's being tracked. He is being tracked through his forces of nature's will, which is why it's glitchy. Because when he's not doing anything, he's still doing something. He's existing. So we track his unnatural existence. One does not simply say no to Baba Yaga. That's a good line. That's a good line. That's a really good line. One does not simply say no to Baba Yaga. And it's a nice callback. One does not simply say no to Baba Yaga. One does not simply say no to Baba Yaga. I don't know if I'll use that, but I have it. I'm still waiting for Dropbox to finish. There it goes. There it goes. So those are uploaded now. I'm not gonna edit on stream. It'll get boring to edit on the stream. We're gonna finish playing catch up on the comments section, and then we will kind of go from there. Not to mention, like when I'm editing, I really like being able to. I found that I'm much more productive editing wise when I'm able to get up. If it's a project that like the Stitch projects, I can sit here and edit for 2 hours. Projects that are 100% mine are a lot easier to edit than projects that are like a combination. Mostly because my focus isn't always there, but even projects that are 100% mine, I still sometimes need to like walk away. So like editing on stream is really helpful to be productive. And when I'm behind, I'll absolutely do that. I'm not behind in this. I have until next week to get this finished. I'm gonna put things together, line some things up, and then probably add some photos and stuff like that. And then send when I'm done tweaking and editing and getting everything the way I think it'll flow really nicely. We'll kind of go from there. Unless you guys want to stick with me for an hour and a half. You know, but let's catch up on all this stuff anyways. The mental image of wildlife style documentary. He's angry! He's angry! Oh shit! He's angry! I met Chuck in front of the guy. He shook my hand. Good luck. Can't wait to see the episode. John Wick help you change timelines. Is it related to Bill and Ted? I don't know. Chris is the one who came up with that line. I looked at it and I was like, "That's funny." I like the idea that Levi hopped timelines and just kind of seeing what the audience says about it, because there's this whole idea that Levi is insanely old because of one reason or another. And it would be really funny if Levi hop timelines, and the timeline I'm in is the new version of Villain / the Acme stuff, and he originally came from the original Acme. Because then we get to say everything is canon. Levi just left that other timeline. Levi was able to escape that timeline in some fashion and but landed in this one and was like, oh, okay, let's do all the shit over here all over again, but entirely different. We post often. I can't go to YouTube. Hunter, I apologize about this, but the best place to look and watch our content 100% is YouTube. We get paid the most there too. I'm not saying if you want to stay on Facebook, you can stay on Facebook. But we have playlists on Facebook, but they're not updated as much. I don't hop on there and update them very often. Just because everything on the tube is built better than it is on Facebook currently. Now they have done things and made things better, but the reality is there's a reason why YouTube is still the leading one. And I don't know who would win in a fight between John Wick or Nappa. It'd be John Wick. Now, if you're talking about just outside of the meme version of John Wick, the regular John Wick, he's gonna lose against a lot of people. I definitely think part 2 is definitely going to have some Chuck jokes dropped in there because it's just going to look at that sleeping face. Look at that. He's drooling. Hey. Being watched. Max knew the assignment. Kitty called Gray making. No. That's his Max. His name is Max. So that's Maximus, and we have a sticker of him that only exists in digital form on Villain Support, but exists physically elsewhere. So if you want a physical sticker of Max, I'm going to my version because it's easier to show you guys. On Cosmic Kitties, which I can share you guys the link in a moment. This exists from when we gave him a haircut. Since we've lived here, he hasn't needed it, but we'll check him out. This summer wasn't bad, and so he didn't need the haircut this summer. But we might need to trim him again. But look at how cute he was in this. And yes, he's a meh kitty through and through. We're gonna have to create another new sticker for him. We have other stickers too. We have other kitty stickers. Look at that beautiful thing. Oh, might help if I share it. Oh. So it's Cosmic Kitties. If you know anybody that's polyamorous, we have a polyamorous. We have an ace. Here's the poly pie. This one was made specifically for me. I asked this one to be made. There's hardly any polyamorous representation. So you can find it, but at the same time you can't. It's really weird. It's a lot of it's very generic, very bland. So I wanted something cute, and I found something cute. It's either super expensive or very bland. Kitty's Maine Coon, partly at least. I answered this. That'd be a good one, yeah. Well, Stitch, wait until you get in. Eat plenty of honey. It really helps soothe the throat. What about adding line? If either Cerberus or Falcor or the Luck Dragon, I don't think it's a good idea. No, too long of a line. And it doesn't fit in the skit. Sorry, Chris. Check rather, why doesn't Stitch? I would assume putting on Stitch would be easier. So Stitch wasn't a problem until after the fact. And the Stitch across the timelines takes place technically in between his containment, which we haven't placed a tracker on him at that point, and him losing all his powers. and getting back home in the end of the video. I will come up with that at a later point, but allows me because I got paid to mount him, and I was already thinking of mounting him, but mounting him on the wall, putting him on the wall, and I thought that was a great way to have him out there. He looks contained. He looks like he's being stuck by some kind of invisible force field. And we do have a tracker for Stitch, but it only like he has to exist in an area long enough for it to like lock onto him. I could have swore I answered that. Bus guards, yellow saves kids. Asterisk, but if we were to say the dragon, if we say on, is what we say on the dragon bus when there's guards, we yell yikes to save what? Chuck would be immovable. Ash tries to put a Pokemon back in the Pokeball, but the Pokeball is a mimic. Good night, everyone. Dozing off. All right, Sam, you have a good night. John's true name is Barris. You said no to Poppy. I still crying about it. You know you would. To you. You want to be the one to tell John? No. I'm the eternal Traboon, and you'd be correct. A true cat ignoring you. Max for maximum effort. Maximus, actually. Maximum effort of not doing shit. I feel better feeding John. I'm gonna foster any kitty family for Polly. I love the Polly pie. And I've got one up there that I did. Have you guys do anything regards of Faye shenanigans? I did. We've done a few videos of that stuff. A lot of people ask if I used to be a Faye lawyer because of my being able to read the disclaimers. Queen of Ice Darkness is a great BBAG crossover of the best, and people included stuff the surprise for later. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Back for work. Did they dismantle the Doomba yet? That video is doing okay. I have a Doomba Part 2 technically written. Does Max respond to catnip? He does. He kind of drools all over it, and like he'll act exactly like you would like you would think a cat super high on nip would act. He doesn't get hyper at first. He gets really out of it and drools everywhere, and then he has a thing. And I'm just noticing that I don't want to fix that right now. I see what Levi is always saying, the other Levi, about the posters now. There we go. For those who are wondering why I'm not sliding all the way back anymore, I took one of the carpets that were in the garage, cleaned it up real nicely, and then put it underneath. So now I move smoothly, still smoother than the other wheels. But now I don't go wee. All right, so we're both up for work, kind of, yeah. What do you guys think? Should I stay on and do some stuff? Should I do some editing? I gotta download. Make sure this is the right one. Yep. Download. Really hope I downloaded high quality. And I think the playing is just 480 or 1080. Okay. You're here for it? Mom Ra given a new weapon against Thundercats, a laser pointer, and cannon. passing that one on. I say stay it, but then I'm procrastinating myself. How do Thundercats respond to catnip? That's a good one. I'm tapping out. All right, so we've got a fair bit of people that are tapping out because it is really late. It's 2:30 in the morning, and realistically, I should be trying to wind down. And it's a lot easier to wind down and edit when I'm not live streaming than it is when I am live streaming. But what we'll do is we'll take a quick look. We'll take a quick look here. And you guys can see at least some of it, because it starts with Chris and Napa, John and Napa.
The Predators hired John Wick. What great news to cap off a Monday. Who's the target? Chuck Norris.
And then if I remember right, it goes
Real Chuck Norris or Chuck Norris facts? Chuck Norris.
And then that's where my part comes in, where, see, I'm sure it's the facts version, John, which explains some things. You're probably getting an echo because I have that's another thing I don't really feel like doing. I don't want to have to deal with my headphones and a bunch of other stuff. So, because in order for you guys to hear it without the echo, I'd have to work on things. Dude, have a good night. Yeah, thank you again for the donation as well. I hope you're doing well, and I hope things are safe for you, considering what's all going on right now. Good morning, SFC Morgan. We are just about to actually call it. It's really late for me. I need to start winding down. Probably go make myself a hot chocolate, to be honest. And it'll be a lot easier for me to do this without having to worry about the echo and like cut things in and take a look at it. I figured it was because I have the volume up higher than I normally do because of my my ruptured eardrum. Yeah. Anyways, I want to thank you all for joining us for this very quick live. It may not stay on the main channels. I may delete it off of the main channels. I may not. I don't know. I may get around to it and be like, it doesn't really belong there because it was just a quick recording session. But with that being said, remember, take it one breath, one step, one day at a time. I wish you all peace of mind, serenity in body and spirit, and harmony among others. Until the winds blow your sails my way again, have an Acme Day. Have an Acme Day as a product of Villain. Have an Acme Day will be retroactively billed to your account. Have an Acme Day. And have an Acme Day simply means that's the best day you possibly can have. Bye, y'all.